Ta-da! It's Friday. Magically, it turned to Friday. What's up, my fellow travelers in the world of Earth? Earth dwellers. What's going on this morning? Am I black? No. I have a picture. Yeah. Here we are. Hope y'all are staying warm and cozy. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Thanks, Robin. So, who we got here? We got the Swamp Picker, we got the Hank Allen, we got the Jabez, we got the James, we got the Craig, we got the Robin. No lag? What the hell? Let's talk about lag while he's gone. What do you say? What do you say? Did I switch hand motions? No? Morning, Mike. Mike. Everyone's waiting for Tom. Everybody's working for the weekend. Speaking of Tom.
What's up?
What's up?
Oh, all
What's
kinds
up?
What's up?
What's
All kinds of
up?
shit's going on. I tell you what, at the Huck's household.
Shit's going on. Top of the morning there, Alyssa. So, it's Friday. It's cold. It's, yeah, 26 degrees here in merry old Texas. But it's going to warm up. It's going up to 38 degrees today. Woo-hoo!
Lord, it's already.
And then we got a pretty good warm up coming for the next 3 or 4 days. It's going to get up into the 70s for highs. So there it is.
I'm waiting on a call from Roberta. So if I disappear all of a sudden, that's the reason why.
Okay. Whatever.
My mother-in-law fell yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And broke the top part of her, is it femur? The top part of your leg bone?
Mm.
Didn't break her hip. We were worried about that. But it's just below the hip. So they were supposed to be setting up surgery, and her fucking sister can't communicate. And so we've been trying to find out when that's set up for. Anyway, Roberta's going to be leaving to go up to Marion in just a few minutes. So
Wow.
it's just, that's just, you don't know all the background, but it's just going to be a deal. Her getting her recovered. She's probably going to have to go to a rehab for about a week after they release her from the hospital. And her father is got COPD, and he's on oxygen. And So the morning show one morning might come from Marion, North Carolina, because I've gone up there to stay with him for a couple of days.
All right.
So you older people need to be careful. You hear me that, Todd? Yes, Femur.
Oh, yeah.
So they said they were going to put a screw in, or they're going to put like a long screw, a plate, and some small screws, that type of thing. Which is no big deal. My mom's had one in her had screws in her leg every. Let's see, I'm 57, so for about 57 and a half years, because she was in a car accident October, and I was born in December. So,
Da-da-da.
hey, Scottrick.
I think I broke my camera. Not even show me no more. The hell?
The hell? Man in Black.
That's me.
Hmm.
Johnny Beard. And Johnny Beard is here. Thank you. And the camera shows it's on, but
Yeah, James, none of that was happening.
James, congratulations on your keto. I bet you could not do keto and live in this house. What did I wake up to this morning?
Pancake.
Jacob decided to try something new last night, and decided to make homemade cinnamon raisin bread. I don't care how strong you are, you ain't gonna resist that. Holy shit!
Sounds good.
You know, I just stay about 1,500 calories, and doing some walking on my treadmill, and I'm losing weight. So
Yeah, I'm gonna start walking for sure. As soon as it's not 17 outside. Holy crap! We're back in the 60s in 3 days. So
yeah,
man, between him and his, because he's trying these different things, because Jacob's going to sell bread this all through the at the farmers markets when they start opening up in 4 or 5 weeks. So he's got so let's see, the one Joni and the ladies that have tried it is some kind of rosemary he makes. I didn't like the rose. I don't care for the rosemary.
I don't like rosemary anything.
But the regular sourdough is really good. The jalapeno cheddar is amazing. What's Trader Joe's has some kind of jalapenos that have sweet jalapenos. They have some kind, and so the bread's not like super hot. And now this was a cinnamon raisin. Joni's gonna get him to make cinnamon craisin next week. Holy shit!
He's gonna make somebody a good wife or a husband, house husband.
So he's made English muffins, and they were really, really good.
Wow.
No, the rosemary, the bread smells wonderful. It makes the house smell great. I just don't care for rosemary that much. Because they're trying to figure out which ones. That cinnamon raisin will be a hit. We're the experiment, because something he did, the butter leaked or something. Something leaked and made the bread brown bottom turn a little brown.
Right.
That doesn't matter. Oh my! Johnny's talking about, I'm making my sandwiches, my grilled cheeses tonight out of cinnamon raisin bread. I'm like,
you know what's good? Take that and make French toast out of it.
oh, that's the ticket. I'm gonna tell her. I'm like, John, you just make because we have been having sandwiches and soup once a week, and to have a grilled cheese sandwich on that cheddar jalapeno bread, holy, and she's putting like 3 different cheeses in the grilled cheese. I mean, we're fancy now.
Fancy. Like I said, that cinnamon raisin, make French toast out of it. It'll make you kiss your grandma. I got a question for Lag. Lag, you're all into the tech stuff. Do you have smart mirrors in your bathroom in your basement? I didn't even know they made such a thing. And I was just looking at a video, and this house has smart mirrors in it. That is cool as shit. I'm telling you, that is so cool. You can watch your news. You can do it's got a camera built into it, so you can, which I'd have to find out what the camera is to put some tape over it because I don't want people watching me. But you can do your morning show for it while you're brushing your teeth and shaving. Anyway, I just didn't even know they made such a thing.
Well, we got your logo now, Scott.
Yeah, I know. I turned the camera off. I mean, I unplugged the camera to see. Oh, there we go. I unplugged the camera and replugged it back in. No, but it's pulling up that camera. That's the computer camera, not the other. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Well, it looks good.
We didn't have any internet yesterday. For when we woke up, internet was out, and it didn't come back until 4:30 last night. So I went and packaged all my packages up and just wrote on them what they were. And I thought, internet, they said it'll be back by 1, no problem. Well, at 1 o'clock, they changed it to 5 o'clock. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Who do you have your internet service with?
Comcast.
Okay. They're just as bad as Spectrum, so.
Well,
Ryan
there was a Mexican last week wandering through the neighborhood with a paint can.
Right.
He was marking the where all the cable and all the everything is. Our neighborhood's finally getting fiber. They've been promising it for 5 years, and it's finally coming.
Is it through Comcast?
We don't know who it is yet.
Okay.
It's either Google, Comcast, or MediaCom. It's one of the three. We don't know who.
AT&T's not down in your area?
Oh, it could be AT.
Because my neighbor, we've got an AT&T line in front of the house, and my neighbors on both sides, or neighbors on this side and then 2 houses down, have the AT&T, and they really like it because both of them's got a house full of damn teenagers, so that they're pinging the hell out of it.
I know, JT. I've had this. I'm just cold. I had to put on something. I had some sleep.
I still want Starlink though, because you can control the damn power. Because if the power goes up
in the waffle maker, all right.
Oh, that'd be good too.
Greg said they got fiber about a month ago. I can't wait because because for me to upload a video now, I start the video and go do something else because it takes
forever,
15, 20, 30 minutes to come up. Whereas, fiber is same up, same down. So even because we've got 500 down, but it's only like 21 at the best up. It's usually like 12 up.
An hour video takes almost 3.5 hours to upload here. So I always set them up to start loading before I go to bed.
Vintage Memory said they're finally up to 16. We're up to 17. Man.
Yeah, we got fiber a couple of years ago, and it's a game changer.
So the problem is my phone. I'm like, no problem. I'll just hotspot this computer and print the labels out. For some reason, it was not working. It would not hotspot. I tried the other phone. Neither one of them. None of these Apple products out here they were all connected and no internet. So I had to go inside to turn on the PC. And so we got that room closed off. You know how cold it was in that room? I had to drag a heat dish in there. Oh my God. And I had to bring a printer in there. I had to download a printer over the phone, a printer driver to get the damn computer. What a pain in the ass that was, just to get shipping out yesterday.
A friend of mine, after he got finished with his divorce, he ended up with he kept a piece of family property, and it's got 100 by 300 metal building on it. And he's got a 16 by 80 single wide sitting inside of it. So he just hits his remotes and the doors open up on it and he drives in. It's always, he's got solar panels and wind turbines, and he keeps the inside of that building warm or cool depending on the time of the year. And he says, it's nippy going outside. I'm like,
Yeah, I had a friend who in Arkansas who built they were wanting to build a farmhouse, but they wanted to build a building first because on their acreage, and so they built their kids are all grown and gone, so they their kids actually did it the right way, went to college and then went on with their lives, unlike some of ours. But anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know what the trick of that was, but they figured. But
Yeah.
they built an apartment in the building, so in case anybody ever came over, they'd have somewhere for somebody, or if one of the kids came back or whatever. And so they lived in the apartment while they were building the house, and so they've got that building is probably 60 or 70 by 100. It's huge, with an apartment inside it.
Well, he said, he was on build a house and just live in the trailer while he was, which is 16 by 80 is a big old single wide. He was on live in it while he was building his house, and he just said, this is a pretty nice damn place. When his kids come or they all get together, they usually get together at their house at the beach. So, he doesn't have a big crowd there all the time. And if he does, he said his grandkids slept on cots out inside the building, outside of the house, but inside the building.
So Joni said because it's sourdough, cinnamon raisin, it would not do very well for French toast.
It wouldn't. Well, I use store bought, so
yeah, no, that's enriched. This is sourdough.
So
yeah. You got me all excited for nothing. What the hell?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. You got a waffle maker. Slap it in some damn egg, and then throw it in your waffle maker.
Do I have a waffle maker?
Yeah, you got a waffler. Because I've got one.
I got the Stuffler. I got the Dash. I got the Dash 4. The Dash was 4. Out here for sale. I've got other ones. So yeah, waffle makers or not.
I counted one time. I think we've got like 45 countertop appliances.
Dude, I got 45 coffee makers. What are you talking about?
Shoot.
Does he just? I might have asked you already. Does he make it in a bread maker, or does he make it in the oven?
The oven.
Damn, you need to. He spending all that money, sending him to how to build an airplane school. You should have sent him to culinary school.
Right. I got bread makers. He don't want them. I picked up a badass bread maker this week. It's a company made the bread. I think I might have mentioned it. It's a DAK, D-A-K. It's a Turbo Baker 4.
Right.
I've got it listed for like $100 a quarter, $129 something.
It's good.
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
When I run my sale here in a few minutes, it'll probably sell this weekend when I put it on sale.
Yeah, you weren't here yesterday when I asked whether you use when people used promoted or sales or both or none.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I did. I had one good sale yesterday. So I went in this store. I was looking for something else. And what's the rule I've always told everybody? If you've never seen it, fucking look it up. I don't care what it is, look it up. And so I'll show you what it is. Is this. Anybody ever seen Dawn Botanicals? Even heard of it? I didn't know they made such a...
Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm like, I looked it up, and there was one crazy sale for 2 of them, and I'm like, all right, I'll buy 4. Let's see what happens. And I took it to the register because there was no price on them, and the lady tried to ring them up. She goes, well, they're not in this system. She started looking up in her computer. She said, well, the last ones we have were a little smaller than those. The last Dawn soap was $1.09. How about $1.09? I'm like, all right, $1.09.
Holy shit. Oh, that's yours.
That's mine. You seeing my sale for yesterday?
No, I'm looking at it. What you got on there for now? For what?
I I don't. The lady bought it all yesterday. There ain't
Okay.
none.
Well, you still gotta.
I've got the other. Oh, this is the purple one. They make a green one.
Oh, okay.
Look at the soul. He click completed on that and see what happens. A lady yesterday. So I had 17 of them. A lady bought them all for $30 each.
Damn.
Yeah, $550 plus tax.
Damn. Where'd you
I
get
thought,
those
damn,
from?
I'm gonna turn into lag after all. What the hell? That was a winner.
Damn, you've been selling those things for a while.
No, I just found them last week.
Well, what's this that you had on February 13th that you sold?
Same one. That was the lady buying the first one, and she came back and bought 17 more.
Oh, okay.
She bought the first one, and she was like, "How many do you have?" I'm like, "I think I've got 8," because I couldn't remember how many that store had left.
Right.
And she said, "Let me know, and I'll buy them all." So this is a great story. And so I went the next day, and I had 4, so she bought 1, so 3. So that means they had 14 more. So I sent her a message saying I've got 17 total left. And she's like, "What would you take for them?" I'm like, I do $375 plus shipping. And she's like, "That is a discount," but I never heard from her again because she said, "What?" So I was like, you know what? I hadn't heard from her again. I'm just gonna list them $17, and I took the shipping off of and made them free shipping,
Right.
and made them $30. And she came back without saying anything and just bought them all. I'm like, holy shit!
Somebody sold one.
Somebody sold two for like 50 or
No, a 19.4 full ounce hand wash dishes Dawn Ultra Botanicals, the purple one, for $61.99 and $6.65 shipping. Dang.
Yep. So
Making bank.
you just never know. I was looking for something. I was looking for something else in that store. And then the other thing they had was here's another good one. I don't have any inside out there in the building. They had some all laundry soap in the bottle, and it was some funky flavor or smell. And I looked it up, and somebody had sold a 2-pack for I don't know what they sold it for, and I'm like, I don't know that it'll sell that much because they were $3 each. I'm like, I'm gonna put them for 35 plus 14 shipping. They sold like a day and a half later for that $50 for 2. So I went and bought the other. They only had 5 more. Yeah, that was winning. It's a drugstore chain here in town. They got 2 stores, but they're not affiliate. They're the same store, but they're not. The same person doesn't own both of them. Which is
like a red, was it red and white? Piggly Wiggly type thing.
no, there's just straight drugstores.
Well, I mean the concept of the way Piggly Wigglies work.
It's
You're
just
part
called
of
a
it,
shirt.
huh?
It's that green and white drugstore you see all the time. They
Right.
use the same name, but it's whatever. They're all over.
Must be like a purchasing thing. You talking about your son making bread? I don't know if any of y'all ever were like big Married with Children fans, but there's one episode where the neighbor that lives across the street that's married to Marcy and he have a fight, and he moves in with them with Ted and Peg, and he's a cook, and he was cooking all kinds of stuff, and the kids were standing in front of the oven saying, "Look at that! He put food in there, in the oven." And then when he got tired, when Marcy and the guy started getting back together, Al was like, "Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me," because he was making roasts and everything else.
I love it whenever the clips you see on like TikTok and Instagram are of Al messing with the big women.
Oh yeah, the shoe store.
Yeah. Some of the ones where they're marching around the store trying to protest him, and he's carrying on. Man, you'd hurt so many feelings today. I don't know. A lot of the older. So that's the interesting part. That's what I was going to say. This leads me into a great. So yesterday, when you're stuck without internet, that means we don't have anything to stream because there's nothing out here. And so I have the antenna on these TVs.
Ching.
So I ended up watching a couple episodes of In the Heat of the Night.
Oh, I thought you was going to say As the World Turns.
So I watched In the Heat of the Night. I watched what's his name? I forgot how it's funny how you like shows when they come on. CSI Miami. It's funny how David Caruso how intentionally he is.
Yeah.
And you sit back and watch it now and go, yeah, that was entertainment.
Tactical Z, you know, Peg Bundy was one of. Damn it, I forgot her name. The singer, Beaches.
Yeah, Grit. I didn't watch any of the Grit, but I saw all the westerns on Grit when I was flipping by there too.
What the hell is her?
If I didn't find In the Heat of the Night, what's his name? What's his name was kind of was it? What was his name? Carol O'Connor.
Yeah.
He had a distinguished career, man. He played some great characters from in that show. I mean, you're sitting there watching it thinking, this dude was Archie Bunker.
Yeah. Bette Midler. She was one of Bette Midler's backup singers. Peg was.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the reason. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Y'all know the stairs that go up the building over here? Because this camera, I can't move it. I had the TV stuck to the stairs, so there's nowhere to put a Blu-ray or a DVD player. So that's why I just watched.
Yeah, but you know, Archie Bunker. Could you imagine the picketing and all of that mess if Archie Bunker was on in this day and time?
Oh hell! Last night I was out here, and as I was going in, I watched like half an episode of Good Times.
Black Jesus.
I remember Archie, Carol O'Connor. He was always such a conservative on that show, but then
a conservative racist.
Yeah, but then when it came to who was it, Nixon? Somewhere around in that time period, he was for the Democrat that was running in that race. I can't remember who it was. McGovern, maybe?
McGovern.
Like, what are you talking about landing a plane? I don't have.
Hey, have y'all seen what's come out now about that damn Canada crash? You know, in whatever that company is, that subsidiary of Delta has been running all these ad campaigns and all this shit about manless flights, and it's like all women crew. Well, that plane was being piloted by an all women manless crew. The pilot, she'd only been certified. She was 26. She'd only been certified to fly planes for a month when she crashed that bitch.
Mm.
You know, is that what you really want? A 26-year-old who's got no experience flying into that kind of wind? Man, you must be out your damn mind. Give me the old white guy, or the I don't care who it is. The older lady, the old white guy, the old black guy, the old whoever. Don't put me in a. I don't care that it's a plane or whoever. Don't put me in there with a 26-year-old. What the hell?
Was she hot?
Was she hot?
She wasn't hard to look at, like.
You know,
she's probably got some scratches and stuff now, but she wasn't hard to look at.
I don't like, you know, as far as stuff like that, doctors, pilots, whatnot. I don't care what sex they are, what their sexual orientation is. I don't care what color they are, as long as they've got the experience to do their damn job. That's all I care about.
If it's a sunny day and they're wanting to put a 26-year-old and it's normal weather and we're flying, I can be okay with that. But if you're going into some difficult weather and difficult landing area on a difficult day, and she's got less than 60 days with her license, man, don't put it. Don't. That's crazy. Same thing with the one on the helicopter. She hadn't flown the helicopter in 2 years. Coming out first flight out of the Biden White House, and
did you?
I don't think that was all her fault because the pilot and her person, if this coming out now in the black box, that they had different. There was like between what the controller had, what the plane had, the helicopter had, and what they were talking. Nobody had the right height. They were definitely off course, but evidently the helicopter thought they were lower than they were, because their instruments were right, but what they were telling each other was wrong. It was a cluster. Another one. I don't want to be on a helicopter with somebody who's recertifying. Sorry.
Yeah,
you don't. And then why do you take someone on a helicopter recertify in the busiest, craziest airspace in the country? Makes no sense.
That's my biggest thing right there.
I'd get on a helicopter with her if we're out in the middle of nowhere in Kansas and we're recertifying and doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just trying too hard and putting people in difficult positions, no matter what they are, is not good.
Yeah, bring back Sully.
Oh yeah, put me on a plane with Sully. Let's go.
You know, we have a friend who is a pilot, and she manages a corporate. She works for a company that, if you have a plane, there's a lot of people that have planes and jets that don't have full-time pilots, because that's expensive as hell. And what she does is, you call up at her and you say, Karen, I need a pilot for my
right, and I
Honda Jet, my Honda Jet, and I'm flying from Charlotte to Nashville. And she'll say, you want one pilot? Because a Honda Jet's a single pilot, is rated for single pilot. She'll say, do you want one pilot or two? A co-pilot. But I've heard her talk. She don't, unless you got some hours under your belt, do not come to her unless you want to be flying co-pilot to build up your ratings. Because with Dewey Cheatham and How on the Lurk,
But that's my problem with DEI, Tom, is this
scam.
You turn away good people trying to force whatever quotas you've got. It's like, why are we short air traffic controllers? Because for the last 10, 15 years, we've turned away white men. That's a hard freaking job, and not everybody wants to go be there. My brother did that in the military. He says it's insane. He said we only had to work 2-hour shifts. I'm like, what do you mean 2-hour shifts? He goes, because tracking helicopters in Dothan, Alabama. He said after 2 hours you are worn the hell out of everything coming and going and concentrating so hard for 2 hours. And that person who was in that tower with the one in DC, there was supposed to be two. They let one go home early, and it's one person up there trying to control everything. You can't do it. And they didn't have anybody else.
I hate to say it, but there is an air traffic controller simulator game.
Oh shit!
You people ought to try it. And there's some free ones out there. You ought to try it, because it's a freaking madhouse. You got planes in real life. It's the same thing. You got planes that are, you're in Denver and you got planes coming out of Charlotte, and you got to make sure they're where they're supposed to be, because they're coming to you.
Because I watched some plane where they take. There's a guy out of Florida who flies planes around down there. He's got a big channel and a couple others. There's one lady I watch who delivers planes. She'll go to the manufacturer and deliver. And you watch, and all the radio traffic, even just piloting the plane, and you've got to talk to this tower to hand you off, and you're always, and you're repeating. I'm like,
I don't understand how the hell they keep up with it.
You've got to be good to pilot a plane anyway. I'm like, how do they keep up with all this shit?
And it don't matter if you're flying in a damn Cessna 150, which is the size of a Volkswagen.
Oh, absolutely.
With wings on it. If you're flying into or through a major airspace, you hear about 4 different air traffic controllers, because there's the local air traffic controller. There's the distance air traffic controller. There's an air traffic controller because you're below 10,000 feet. There's another one because you're above 10,000 feet. It's a freaking madhouse.
And you're going from you think I'm going across the country, they'll track me? No, you've got to talk to every one you go through. You got to talk. You've got to go back over your altitude. You got to go back over your direct. All that crazy stuff. I mean, it's just it's.
And I can't understand half the stuff they say anyway. The ones that like when they're flying a plane and they're talking back and forth.
Every time I watch one, I think that's why the Sienna's got 250,000 miles on it right there. Let's roll.
I don't care. I'm gonna
And
be
Joni said something yesterday about talking to one of her friends who's out in Denver, and she was telling how much I told her how much you like it out west. I'm like, but she's like, I can't go with him out west, and her friend was like, why? Because he wants to drive. I'm like, damn right, let's drive, let's go.
I'm getting on a plane to fly to daggum Nashville. I'll get on a plane anytime.
Hey, we can pack tonight, and I'll take a really good nap, and in 24 and a half hours, I'll roll into California. Let's go. Dude, that last trip back from John's house,
right?
I got up that morning, and I'm like, I was only going to drive like Oklahoma City, and I was in Oklahoma City, and it was like 8 o'clock. I'm like, man, the hell this? I'm only 8 or 9 hours from the house. I can make it. But 25 hours in a car by yourself. Ooh. That was from wherever John is and whatever that is, Arizona. It's on the Arizona California border to the house in 25 hours. That was a ride.
Shoot, I'd be asleep in some Buc-ee's parking lot.
We flew.
I wouldn't make it 25 hours.
We drove from Tampa straight back to Charlotte, and that was okay. Anything more than 8 or 9 hours, I'm going to be breaking it in half, and I'm going to be checking into the damn Hilton. I ain't doing it. I ain't going to kill myself.
Y'all think I'm bad now. About 12 or 13 hours into that trip, I took an Adderall in a van with an Adderall by myself. I was bouncing off. Oh my God, that was awful.
Jim, Tara gives Jim hell because when they lived up in Wisconsin and they would go to his family's house down in Orlando, they would drive all the way and they would switch off and whatnot. I'm like, why didn't you get into a hotel and just stop and rest? And she's like, Jim Carrey stopping and staying in a hotel and spending the money, that ain't happening.
Yeah, that was the trip that I took the air mattress and slept in Texas and their welcome center on the way out there.
An 11-hour bike ride tactical. Is that like motorcycle, or is that like pedaling like a little mother? Yeah, well, Javis, if you can't afford it, then keep your ass at home. That's my opinion.
He said bicycle.
Bicycle? And you pedal for 11 hours?
You had a mangina when you got done, I bet.
You couldn't walk when you got off that damn thing.
It took you a couple of days for your boys to drop again.
You'd be stumbling around.
I've done that when I was younger. I don't ride a bike. I've got a bike, and I need to start riding around the neighborhood.
I sold yesterday. It's this wrought iron thing. I've got like 3 of them. You like hang coats on and stuff like that, like in your foyer or someplace, your mud room. Anyway, I met this lady at the McDonald's, and I had a box full of odd and end bike saddles and some pedals and things like that in the back of my car. And so she's looking at this, and her husband goes, "What's that over there in that box?" I said, "Oh, it's just some bike stuff." He says, "Are you selling it?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I got a $20 sale out of her, and I got a $300 sale out of him. Just having that extra crap in the back of my Saturn Outlook.
So JT's right. You can afford hotels and stuff, but the problem I have is I'll drive into like 7 or 8 at 9 at night, and I'm like,
Morning, Tina.
If I drive a couple more hours, so I'm really tired, I'll drive till 11. It'll take me an hour to get settled down and get in a hotel, so it's midnight. I want to get up and leave at 6. I'll just pull into the next rest area and sleep 3 hours and keep going.
Well, that's you're sleeping and you're not taking the chance of killing somebody. But
no, when you're on Adderall for another 12 hours, you ain't killing nobody. You're just killing time.
Man, you're listening. You're driving with this hand, and you're listening with this hand, and you're talking to Joni.
Jody will tell you, she's like, I remember that trip. She's like, and during that night, she's like, I woke up every couple hours. I'm like, where's Scott? I'll call and check on him. And she's like, you were still bouncing off walls for hours. She's like, I couldn't even stand to talk to you. I had to go.
She don't have 360 on you?
I had an Android back then. Now I've got an iPhone, but she still calls about where are you? I'm like, you can look at your phone. Why do you ask me these questions? And then she gets mad.
I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna kill myself, both physically and,
Yeah, if I'm tired, I pull over and rest area. I've slept in gas stations before. I'm just good.
A buddy of mine was he traveled a lot for business, and I mean he did big business. You remember that it was a big Cadillac and it had the slant roof that was like during the 80s. A Seville.
Yeah, that had that chopped off rear end on.
Yeah, he had that was an expensive dadgum vehicle back in them days. He had one of those as a company car. Anyway, he was driving home one evening from Memphis.
Holy shit!
That's crazy. He got tired, and so he pulled into a dadgum Walmart parking lot and just pulled up under the light. He just pulled up under the light and stopped.
That's Eric. He rode 201 miles on that. Holy! You didn't burn enough calories for all that riding.
Damn. He pulled up under the light and stopped, and he just like laid his seat back a little bit and was gonna take a quick nap. And he said he said all of a sudden he woke up, he forgot where he was at, and all he could see was that damn light post in front of him. And he said he grabbed the steering wheel and hit the daggum brakes, and then he realized he was sitting still. And like 2 spaces over were 2 cops just laughing their ass off at him because they saw him get all excited like he was getting ready to hit that pole. I said, so what did you do after that? He said, I had to go find someplace to change clothes because I shit myself. Because he was one of these people, that Cadillac would run 100 miles an hour. He was usually running between 90 and 100 on it all the time. But that was...
Phil, what is the electronic delivered items policy?
Guess eBay didn't want you to sell something that is like
a download, like a Netflix download or something.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could do that anymore on eBay.
But he said it was a DVD, so I don't.
I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna go to an estate sale or not this morning. What do y'all think?
Sure, why not? You don't have nothing to sell. Is it like one of the codes for like that Walmart thing that Dusty used to sell codes off of or collect codes off of or something like that? Selling digital downloads. Yes, I know. His mama's gone till Wednesday or Thursday, and he's just upset about it. Or she might not be back till next weekend because she's got to come back next weekend. This is a moose here. I don't really want a dog, but if I was to get a dog, I want me a Burmese mountain. They are so big and so fluffy.
How the West is one was it digital?
Damn, that thing's not public domain now.
Yeah, it's getting older, isn't it?
You know, you guys make fun of me and Todd and getting to be where you're making fun of bearded Scott. But when Saturday Night Live came out, I was 17 years old. Saturday night. The comedy show. They're celebrating 50 years. And you think, well, that was just yesterday. Well, no, hell it wasn't. It was 50 years ago.
When you start doing the math, Tom, and realize that we're we're as close to the 70s as the 70s were to the 20s. Holy shit!
It's I mean, it just y'all. I'm serious. You got to enjoy your life when it is. My mom keeps telling us,
Beth, that is terrible.
to travel and do what you can while your health is good, because when it's not,
we did that last week, Beth. I'm so sorry. It's
yeah,
it's not easy, and man,
so I don't like the concept of
I
planning.
I tell everybody they're only here for a short time. You better love them while you got them. You know, Johnny's carrying on right after we took Dixie Belle. Johnny's carrying on. They've already had a treat. I gave them a treat. I'm like, they only live a third of the time we do. They get 3 treats instead of 1. What the hell? She had to argue.
She says that bearded guy's an asshole, but you listen to him. Treats.
It's yeah,
I mean,
cat people are nuts. That's 100% sure.
I love my cats, but like I said, I want me a Burmese mountain, whatever they're called, Burmese mountain something.
Big you need one of the what's the real big ones? The
Mancoon.
No, that's the Mancoon. No, Burmese is a dog. The Mancoon's a big ass cat. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, it's we told the vet. Jody's like, you help so many people, and she's like, I don't know how you can do it and stay sane. She's like, you just have to focus on the positive that you really are. You're doing what's best for the animal. Or you're doing what's best for the people. I mean that our vet. I mean, she is so nice. They let us take Franklin up there with us because Franklin was going the last 2 weeks. Franklin was going crazy. He knew something was up. Dixie had gone downhill so bad, and once he saw that she had passed, Franklin was after all that craziness. I mean, it's like somebody flipped the light switch. Franklin went back to being Franklin again, which it was dogs know. I mean, animals know. I've gotten so soft now. So today, when in the snow, I'm like, I'm sorry, Todd, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's right.
We got a lot of birds out here, and there's snow. I'm like, I'm gonna fill the bird feeders up because where are they gonna eat? And so the first day they ate the bird feeder down. They ate them down twice. And so the place where I put a tarp out for the dogs and pulled the snow away so they could go use the bathroom. So I threw bird seed out there, and the whole place is just covered. And then I go to do it again this morning, and there's a dead bird on the patio. I'm like, really?
I think Scott's transitioning. But we have a friend that's a vet, which he lives in Colorado now, and when he has put, because his wife is his assistant,
right?
She said when somebody has to put an animal down, she said Kirk will sit there and cry with them because he's just so attached to these animals, even if he just met them.
When we had to put Phoenix down, that same vet, she sat there with. I finally had to lead her. I'm like, I just can't take this anymore. We'll see you when he comes back.
So
it was.
It's tough. I just hope Gwen and Roberta don't put me and Todd down.
All right, JT. They want to know. JT wants to know, what did you find yesterday, Todd? Did you beat the Lutherans down yesterday?
Oh, they shut down for inclement weather. The roads were totally clear.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. Our thrift store closed the other day at 3:00. I'm like, what y'all close for weather? I'm like, the roads are dry. There's nothing on the roads. Well, they got to get home. I'm like, 3:00.
At 10:00 yesterday morning, it didn't even look like it had snowed. I mean, the roads were completely dry. There was not even any water in the shadows.
Evil Lutherans are wimps. But shoot, I'm about the average age of the volunteers at the Lutheran ministries.
It's Beth is important,
folks.
You have a relationship with these vets. So when we were in Wilmington, our vet actually went to church with us. His name was Chris. We were really good friends with Chris.
I forgot he wasted.
Chris is on the committees with me at church. When Phoenix first back went down, he lost his back on a Friday night, and Chris called people in and operated him on Saturday for us. Absolutely amazing human being. A good vet is it's hard to beat a good vet. And I watched Camper Van Kevin, and one of his dogs had all kinds of trouble, and he was at the vet on one of the last episodes, and he's like, I don't like leaving my dogs anywhere, but I trust this man with my life. He spent a week keeping one of his dogs alive.
Phil's got a baby bobcat.
What?
Crazy.
Phil. Okay, you just saw that, got that too? Who is that? Who is he in the chat? Is he in the chat?
What?
Who is who?
Phil?
Texas Bandit.
What are you going to show us, Tom?
No, I was just.
We want to see the bobcat.
Did you not? Let me find it.
Hurry up.
We ain't got all day. We got shit to
Baby
do.
bobcat. Is it? Okay, let me figure out how to share on this thing.
Costco just sent me a message saying that pneumonia is dangerous for old people. You need a vaccine. Costco, you can take me off your list. Vaccines. I'm done with vaccines. See ya. I don't trust none of y'all.
I'm trying.
Did you? So I saw an interview the other day with a doctor, and they were asking the doctor about the COVID shots, and I forget how many. They set percentages for practices.
What? There it is.
And it was something up if he got 60% of his practice to take the vaccine, he got like a $2 million or $3 million bonus or some crazy shit.
Is that really a bobcat?
I don't think I want a pet bobcat. I'd be afraid to wake up one night with my jugular vein sliced open.
Oh, there's this guy that lives like in Virginia that's got 2 cheetahs.
That's not a bobcat.
He looks like a domestic fuzzy hair to me.
He might not have a tail, and he's a bobcat without a tail. Who knows? I was waiting. Phil got y'all. Phil played with y'all.
I know.
Dang, Ping. 50 minutes trying to convince Google it's really you.
You had a case of whooping cough in your school district, Anissa?
Didn't they get stamped out in the 20s?
Well, I remember in the 60s they had the commercials for like Roxy, honey, I'm trying to type here, honey.
Yeah, Roberta, get out the way.
No, she's at work, or she's on her way to Marion. I'm talking about Roxy. Whooping cough.
All right, so
add 60s. Add.
So we got to pick all these up today.
I can't believe they don't have that.
We got to pick up the coffee lid. I think that's right here, though. That's it. Never mind. That's here. I got to pick up the motor and OE FH5400 water pump.
You know, this whooping cough must be making a comeback because there's a lot of videos about it. I mean, I'm not saying that in a good way.
And Oyster Blender's got to go. I'm trying to see what I got to pick up at the building.
Well, I hate that. Keep your children safe, Vanessa. See, that's Lags never had to deal with anything like that because his mama didn't let him out the basement.
Flag's full of shit. You can quote me on that. Ah. You see, he is. There you go, right there.
Yep.
You have to.
All right, what else I got to get today?
You need to send Mr. Sadie a link to that thing that you use.
All right, 8 I got to ship today. Google, that's here. The soap's got to go to that. Oh,
Yeah, you need to get
Mosquito.
that. You need to get that soap in the mail before she changes her mind.
Oh, one of them's not a 2. I need the 4.8 quart and the.
Show me what hurts.
Yeah, pots and pans. This lady bought 2 pots and pans, 80 something, almost $90. It's called Cook World. Never heard of it before, but I need to look it up.
Cook World?
Yeah, they've got vent tops like Salad Master. They've got the lid on top of it is blue, and on the handle, and it's got a little vent on it. Steam vent, says Cook World on it. The bigger one I got $52 for, and the smaller one I got $35 for. Same lady bought both of them, so I'll give her a little bit back in shipping, $7 or $8.
Were they cast iron?
No, they're that crazy 3-ply, 5-ply steel.
Oh, okay, I see them now.
I think it might be one of those you have to buy at a party. You know what I mean?
No, you can buy it online.
Oh,
a 10-piece cookware set, $1,105.
Yeah, one of these chefware, the 6.5 quart I listed yesterday for like 119, 109, something like that. No lid, just the damn pot.
Crazy.
Yeah, don't pass up. So you'll get to where if you start picking them up, you can tell right away whether it's a light piece of crap or if it's something heavy.
Yeah.
And the side, you don't cook. You order from a damn drive-through.
What's it called? DoorDash. He DoorDashes.
There's a bunch of good cookware brands. But,
That's how Kent picks up dates. He's looking for young men on DoorDash to bring him.
I bet he's got a pineapple on his front door upside down too.
Magnolite's a good brand.
What's the symbol for all asses welcome? That's the one Kent has. He's not going to discriminate.
Salad Master.
Salad Master, yeah, I listed a couple of those yesterday too. So each one of them has a distinct, the way their handles are shaped. So now that I've sold Salad Master, I can look across the thrift store and see the way the handle curves, if it's Salad Master or if it's. I had one called Kitchen Queen yesterday. Listed yesterday. It's got crowns on top of the handle.
Right.
Yeah, there's a whole pile of pots and pans laying over that's got to go to the building.
Have you listed
Hey, but
them?
they're out of here though. That's all that matters. They're out of here.
You got them listed?
Yeah, that's what I listed yesterday. I spent
Okay.
listing pots and cleaning and listing pots and pans.
Missy. Jeffrey Dahmer. No, if DoorDash had been around when Jeffrey was doing his thing, he might have been caught a lot faster when they started investigating why people kept disappearing when they went to his address.
Chassis, they're easy. They're easy to spot once you've seen them. See how the handle kind of curves? Look, it's got a kind of a round. But then if you see them with the lids, they got that vent hole on them. They're easy to. Salamaster with that little vent is easy to spot.
Speaking of vent holes,
Jake,
What's up, vent hole?
Good morning.
it's 10 o'clock. Jake has already been out and he's evicted a couple of people and banged on people's doors saying, "Bitch, where's my money?"
No, he went outside to see if his Jeep would actually start today.
That too. And I had a inspection, a building inspection, pre inspection, I guess.
One of the ones y'all redoing?
Yeah. So everything passed except for he wanted an additional outlet put on top of a countertop. Okay, fine. We'll put another one there. Because it was 52 inches instead of 48 max. So I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
So,
We missed it.
are you putting up one of them fancy that you push in and it pops up?
No, we're not that bougie here.
I was right earlier this morning after Roberta went off. I was watching one of these housing things, guys walking through houses on YouTube. This house had had $110,000 worth of appliances in the kitchen, and I'm thinking they must use a lot more than we use ours.
That's a lot.
I mean, as you said, they had all these kind of bougie built-in refrigerators and all this kind of stuff.
Oh, like Sub-Zeros, probably. Yeah,
it was. It wasn't a Sub-Zero.
Those are nice, though.
Milo.
I don't know. And he did want some additional insulation too. That was the other thing. He said, put insulation in because the problem is I put slats on the wall where they weren't before, and because there's now a cavity, now I have to put insulation in it, even though it wasn't previously there. Yes, Mr. Sadie, yes, the thermostats are unlocked. Not.
If y'all only knew how crazy he was.
Is that the conversions that you're working on?
Yes.
Or what?
Yeah.
Are you getting close to being at the end of that?
6 or 8 weeks, and then the whole building will be finished.
Well, that'd be good.
Yep, probably 6 or 8 weeks. Of course, we'll be getting into spring weather when my brother, who is the general contractor, he's helping me on the project. He's going to start doing metal roofing again because the weather will be nice enough, and so then I have to wait. But I get put second in line at that point.
Is your money not good enough?
And this Franklin's crazy. At freaking 7:15 this morning, Johnny's alarm clock goes off. I'm just laying there. I'm thinking about I need to get up. And Franklin crawls out from under the cover and decides he's going to lay on my pillow with me. I'm like, fuck, Franklin. But except he can't just lay on your pillow. He come out from under covers and does the dachshund shake, ears everywhere. I'm like, appreciate that, Franklin. I'm getting up now. Thanks, buddy. And then Phoebe comes out. I'm like, Phoebe, pounce on your mama. She just said something. All you heard her say was, "No, don't." And then Phoebe's over there jumping up and down on her. I'm like, yeah.
What is an alarm clock? Oh,
I don't use one. Joni does. She's got a doctor's appointment this morning.
I get up about 5:30 every morning just because my body says it's time to get up.
I woke up at 6 and then I decided I was going back to sleep.
Is that the time you go pee?
Well, I go turn on the coffee pot first.
Oh. Well, I didn't know what you meant by your body said it was time to get up.
Well, I just wake up. I mean, it's not like I'm waking up because I got to go. I just wake up. I guess it's the old man thing because by 10 o'clock I'm ready to go to bed. But then I go sit down and play a game or something to stay up a little bit later.
Well, good thing you got your own room in Nashville, then.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to bed at 10 o'clock.
No,
they must have a lot. The hotel must be full because he posted 3 or 4 hotels yesterday that were in the area. He put the Wingate. I'm like, we've already filled the Wingate up, I think.
What's the deal with the goodie bags? I saw a post about that.
There are only 150 of them, so they're going to the first 150 people that register.
Oh, okay.
I've registered, so we're good.
Oh yeah, I registered like January.
It'll be just stickers and.
Well, I know. I figured it was just a bunch of stuff, but I saw somebody posted something about it in that group, and
don't worry, if you're not registered, I'll still give you one of my stickers. There you go.
I'm in the group. Is that registered, or is there something else you got to do?
No, you have to fill out a job form.
They were just trying to. I don't think they think there that many people are. I mean, because 150 was max last year, and
Yeah, he was saying
they're going to come close to doubling it this year, I bet.
Yeah.
He was saying on Chris's show yesterday evening that they figured it would be more like 200 people at it.
Okay.
So,
yeah, because they had commented on it.
Buck Mountain Bar, Chris? On Buck Mountain Bar, Chris?
Yeah.
So he talked to like 3 people. He talked to like 3 people. Ray should come on my show.
Ray was on Buck Mountain yesterday, and then I watched it this morning.
I forget about him on Thursday nights. I don't know why.
Are you doing a show tonight? And today Friday?
Probably.
Yes, Friday.
Yeah,
I don't know. You get old and the days start going by so fast you forget what day it is.
I'm gonna have Beard to do a show while I'm playing poker. Give me something to do between hands.
Do y'all like? I mean, yard sale during like Saturday. Do y'all get together someplace for dinner or something at night, or meet at one of the hotel rooms or hotels? And
there's a schedule for that, Tom.
Is there?
It's already been posted.
All right. I guess I need to go look at it. I'm just lucky to be going. I feel like Charlie Bucket when Willy Wonka says, "You're lucky. You're just lucky to be here."
But that is a nice.
Never comment on somebody's post because you don't know how many idiots are. So I got a friend who is in Missouri. He's a reseller, and he was talking about how bad things are. This person is trying to convince people that Obama lowered the national deficit during his 8 years. He fucking doubled it, you idiots. All you got to do is a simple Google search. You can ask any of the search engines. It went from 10.7 to $19 trillion, you numb nuts. Oh no, you need to look again. You don't know what you're talking about. He reduced the deficit. He was a fucking race whore. He has caused more divisions than anybody else. What do you expect from somebody from fucking Kenya? God damn it.
Somebody said, Davis, if I see a 43-year-old mother walking around, a chunky mother walking around in a moo-moo, I'm going to walk up to you and say, "Hey, Lag, it's good to see you."
All right, Tom, there's a link to the schedule.
Okay. You're so good.
I mean,
Tom, you haven't registered, so no goodie bag for you.
I don't care. I'm just glad to be going.
Has there been a president that's lowered the national debt in the last? People confuse the fact that the Republicans made Clinton. They made Clinton by the time at the end of his 8 years come to a, no deficit spending. He didn't lower the deficit. He just didn't add to it a year or two of his 8. And that's because of what's his name out of Georgia. What was his name? Newt was crazy about the budget.
But do you see what the Senate's trying to do right now? They're trying to raise it another $340 billion.
And so much more going to Ukraine after they've showed their ass all week.
Go check your TikTok that I sent you, Scott. About the only one that's really standing up to him is Rand Paul, and he did a 10-minute diatribe about why he's going to vote against it.
Everybody needs to. It shouldn't give Ukraine another penny.
Right, and his message was that I'm not opposed to spending that money the way you want to spend that money, but we're going to take it from Doge and everything else that we're saving and putting it over there. We're not raising.
Right.
Yeah, Rand Paul's awesome, and Ron Paul was pretty awesome too.
I was listening. Do what?
Tom doesn't open his cruise goodie bags.
Oh, I get good shit on my goodie bags. I get bottles of liquor.
Just wait, folks. Hopefully today. Cash was talking about in the first day or two of him being FBI director, he was going to release the Epstein list. That's today or Monday, and they like to release stuff on Friday. It wouldn't surprise me that you see the Epstein list today. I mean, we already know that the pervert Clinton was on it. We all know Bill Gates was on it. We already know there's several of them. We already know what's his name, the royal, whoever.
Harry,
Edward, Andrew.
Andrew.
Oh, Andrew, that one, yeah.
Oh yeah, they really. So there was one of the Democrats yesterday told everybody, he said, if y'all vote to confirm Cash, y'all going to regret it. First time in a long time that a Democrat was telling the truth. Right. Cash don't care. Yeah. What the things that they've done to him and everybody else. I'm surprised we hadn't heard more from DNI director, because they put her on that damn do not fly list, and now she's in charge of the whole damn thing. Tulsi Gabbard, and they've been calling Tulsi an enemy of the state and everything else. And she's dedicated her life to armed services and defending this country.
Yeah,
she's actually put her life on the line for this country, and these damn political hacks have actually had the nerve to say something.
Yeah, she's an enemy of the state, the deep state.
That's the truth.
Why are these people so damn opposed? You know, Scott's girl from California, Maxine. She is just freaking out about the damn,
thinking like it's hot.
She's just freaking out about all this daggum money that they're finding that's been going for bullshit.
And these people this is the thing, they're paid protesters. There's still money that they're paying these protesters with. They are protesting the fact that we are finding waste and spending and saving money in the budget and wanting to bring physical accountability and lower the tax burden for grandkids and grandkids. And they're pissed off about that. We can't study whether a cross-gender squirrel likes nuts or not. I mean,
yeah. Hey, so here's a statistic that I didn't know until Rand Paul said it last night. The entirety of the tax revenue that's collected from taxpayers is only enough to pay for 3 programs. You know which 3 programs it'll be?
Social Security.
Yep.
Defense.
Nope. So it's Medicare, Medicaid, and food stamps. Those 3 programs take the entirety of all the tax revenue collected. Everything else that we spend is over. Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps.
Well, there's got to be a limit. You can only be on those for so long, and then you're done. And don't tell me Big Bertha down the street's going to starve. Big Bertha is weighing 450 and buying Fruit Loops and Pepsi on our fucking food stamps, and she's living on it because. And how do these big women? They'll be about 450 and they have about 10 kids. I'm like, that's disgusting.
Okay. stop that right. Stop for a second.
Let's
I
discuss.
got up to 295 pounds, and I am down to 281 now. I at that when I was nearly 300 pounds, I could not function. I was give out walking from one end of the house to the other.
Mhm.
I don't know how these people function when they're
When
They
they're
don't-
450,
400
500,
pounds.
who wipes
I
their,
don't
who
know how
wipes
they do
their
that.
ass?
They
Who
don't
wipes their
function.
ass at 450?
I don't see how they do that. I mean, and that's been about a month, and well, since the first of the year.
Yeah, that's a good deal, Tom. That's congratulations. The kids wipe their ass. That's it.
I don't know. I just don't know how they function. Just getting up and moving around and getting in the cars and walking to the Walmart to get in their golf cart and go around and get their 4 2-liter Pepsis and some damn ho-hos. I don't understand it.
They have one of those.
They have a fire truck pump
Yeah.
for their bidet.
And Rand Paul touched on that one too during his diatribe too. He says they don't need ding dongs, Kit Kats, and something else. I forget what else he said.
Well, if you're on EBT and that kind of stuff, you eat better than we do. Because
Well-
I've stood in line and watched people with the damn steaks and all of that crap. And then after they ring up that, then they have their pile of beer and all that kind of
Right,
bullshit that they
yeah.
pay cash for.
Sure. Yeah. I think that's probably more the exception than the rule, but it's certainly still happens. Certainly, absolutely happens.
I don't think they make the 3-liter anymore. New York had that thing where they banned big gulps
And
Until-
they all have cats.
until one of the 7-Eleven guys up there said, you need to look and see how many calories is in the mid-size, Starbucks sweet drink, coffee. There's more more calories in it than there is in.
Yeah, if you looked
Yeah,
at
big
one of
dog.
those Jacob has, he could tell you he's made
Yeah.
600 and 700, 800 calories in one of their grande drinks.
Oh, that's just the mid-size one. Yeah.
I do like a venti white chocolate mocha.
The DNT white chocolate mocha. You want to guess how many calories?
Too damn many, but I haven't had one since we went on the cruise in December. I've been trying to be good.
White chocolate mocha. 480 calories.
Hell, that's
Holy
a
crap.
third of my damn allotted calories
And that's
for the
it.
day.
And that's if you make no differences to the
No,
no
I
modifications.
just say a large white chocolate mocha hot, no whipped cream. I don't like whipped cream. Yeah, well,
No wonder No wonder Phil's got a bobcat. He's eating Pop-Tarts without the frosting. That's terrible.
oh, that's nasty. At least put some damn peanut butter on it.
Peanut butter on a Pop-Tart?
Hell yes. You can put peanut butter on anything and eat it, and it'll make it better.
Okay, so I've had peanut butter on
All right,
a
you need to go back and clip that, Scott. Clip that that last bit there and replay.
He's probably right. I've had peanut butter on a cheeseburger. That was good.
Ugh.
Peanut butter on a cheeseburger?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not putting
It
peanut
was
butter
at
on my
it was
steak.
one of these stores that had all these different kind of cheeseburgers, but I ate that one. It was. I mean, listen. If you got to go all out, if you're gonna eat a burger, you might as well get it with bacon and eggs on it too.
But here's the thing: if I eat a Pop-Tart, a frosted Pop-Tart, a brown sugar cinnamon frosted Pop-Tart, and put peanut butter on it, the calories that I in all of that comes out of my daily allotment. So
American Honey, you're 100% correct that the veterans are having to choose, and they're going to go through the VA shortly, and the bloat in the VA, the sheer amount of money we spend is not the problem. It's where the money is spent. It's the administration, it's the bloat, it's the overhead. that none of the money makes it down to where it can help any of our soldiers and any of our veterans. I can't wait till they tear apart the VA.
No, because I don't eat anything else sweet.
Because of the administrative costs.
I mean, look at the Department of Education, and if you've seen how the test scores have gone down, the number of administrative are on a skyrocket. The amount of money and the administrative costs have gone just 90 degrees, or not 90, but 45 degrees away from that line where the scores are. It's you got that's what the Department of Education is a absolute waste for the last 40 years. 40 to 50 years of pure waste.
Yeah.
Get rid of all of them.
They need to go back to the olden days when we had to walk to school uphill through 4 feet of snow every day.
Each state has departments of education. The state should be in control of the schools, just like it's always until the second worst president ever. Jimmy Carter is going to be second worst once Biden gets done being the worst, most corrupt president.
No, he's already Jimmy Carter is already the second worst because there is nothing that you can do to make up for what Biden did.
I mean, but look at what we're still dealing with Carter, giving away the Panama Canal, starting the Department of Education. I mean, some of the stupidity that still lingers from the Carter administration, for God's sakes.
I don't know whether it is fake news or what, but is the Panama Canal having some stress problems?
Supposedly, the way it's being fed with water, those upper lakes and stuff are having.
No,
not only are they having a hard time holding water, they're in a drought and they're not holding. Imagine that though, if as the water goes down, everybody's seen it. What happens to the land? It cracks and carries on above water. So water to land that's not normally there.
The video I saw, it was talking about that it's actually on a fault, and it's starting. The walls are starting to crack and causing it to leak. And
I haven't heard that.
Oh, it could have been some bullshit stuff that comes through my YouTube feed, but no, they need to go back. They're talking about 8th graders are reading on a 3rd grade level. Okay, they need to go 1 through 5. They need to be concentrating on reading and math and writing skills, and do like they did back in the dark ages with us. A lady wrote in once a week on her dinosaur and we had art class. And then one day, the next week we had music class. But the basic classes were reading and writing and arithmetic. I mean, that's what they need to go back to, because American kids are stupid. I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
Not the damn ice wall. And that's the problem is they go through all this education system and they come out in their early 20s thinking that they are so fucking smart and that they know more than anybody under the sun, when they are some of the dumbest humans around.
And I love kids. I'm not a kid hater. I have 3 and I love them to death. But my kids have always read because we've made them read. And we read to them when they were little, because I'm a big reader. They got to get back to the basics and get rid of the bullshit. Picking up the bullshit in middle school if they have to. Is somebody in the kitchen?
I thought Roberta was going to work.
I did too. Sergey's probably supposed to be still in bed because he don't have to get up for another hour to go to work. I guess it's when them idiot cats got into something in there. I'm just, you know what? I don't mind paying, because like when you look at your property taxes, pretty much all of it goes to education.
And that's the next thing that needs to end.
I don't
realize in the communist country of China, they pay property taxes once every 70 years, and it's a minuscule portion every 70 years to re-up their property. In communist China,
I'm not thinking about Jacob. Jabus. What you got there, Jake? Oh, it's a Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's what I'm working on today. It's getting all these listed. I just muted my mic so you don't hear all the bubble wrap.
Um,
Why would you do that? Todd just lets it go. He runs tape machines and gets
that's right. Printers, every damn thing else.
eats beef jerky.
Do you sell a lot of those? No, I'm not going to get into the. I'm not getting into the breakable selling market.
Runs
But
his printer, jumps up and down in his seat.
Do you sell a lot of those? Of the
You asking
Starbucks
me?
cups? Yeah. Do you still
Oh,
sell
yeah.
a lot of those?
These are all discontinued now.
Okay.
They discontinued about a year ago.
Let's see. Who was it? The guy in Florida. His wife collected those things like they were going out of. Like she collected those like Scott's wife collects Corningware.
Yeah, I've never gotten into collecting them per se, except for, I mean, I keep some of the international versions that I get. I don't know. I collect one thing. I collect Benjamins.
Amen, brother. Well, I collect dirt, so
No, that too.
yeah, dirt's good. What is he doing? Fuck. Oh, he's up. Oh, Scott's okay. Yeah, you can't collect. You know, you can have too many Starbucks, but you can't have enough Benjamins or dirt.
Yeah, I'll collect the dirt.
No.
There comes number 2.
Yeah. Well, kiss my ass, Scott. Kiss my ass. Does Jolly's have good food? Did y'all eat there the last time?
What was it?
Jolly Ollie's. Do they have good food? Did y'all eat there last time?
I don't recall that one.
Okay. That's on the food menu. I was just looking at I'm not. What the hell is he doing now? Another day count. Yeah, give the kid 2 of those. Have you seen the thing that goes up in your back window and it's like a hand, and you know all the fingers are lit up, and you can have a remote. You can tell it which, like you know.
I need the one that lights words up. There's no telling what I put in the back of it.
Oh well, let's not let Scott get one of those.
Yeah, let's not get Scott one of those. We'll be all having to go to damn Florida. I mean, Alabama to
See,
funeral.
He'll say stuff like, "Is your blinker fluid out?" or something.
JT has proven our point that the education system sucks. He can't read. There you go.
You know, y'all give me a hard time here about, I'll eat what I damn want when I'm on vacation because I'm going to be walking.
Those calories on vacation don't count.
Well, that's just it, because you're usually walking, and apparently you're going to be walking a lot on this little
Lag
shit,
wants
Dick.
a sign, Scott.
Those cream cheese stuffed jalapenos going to sound good, though.
I think what Lag is saying is #MeToo.
Doobie Scott.
I won't say it the other way, but you can say it. You can imagine it the other way.
No, I don't. I never had one of those, thank you, because my boys were not babies when I got the Saturn. Yeah, Lag is a mama's boy.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. He just needs to grow up and
He just needs to leave the basement.
get out of the basement.
Oh,
Get
okay.
his own place.
Well, that's a relatively new concept, Tom.
What's that?
Leaving your mama or your daddy's
But
place.
you know what? I've got friends that are Italian and Greek and Japanese and South Korean. Only Americans,
Right.
they
If you want
graduate from
real
college and
generational
move
wealth,
out.
real generational wealth is facilitated by not necessarily having to have everything of your own the moment you turn 18 or 20 or 25.
One of my friends is as old as I am, and until his mother passed away, he never lived any other place but with his mother. And he's got a wife and 5 kids.
So one of the YouTube channels I watched, that they were talking because they've been getting a lot of comments about their kids don't have real jobs and this and that, and he's like, I set out years ago to work my ass off so that generations behind me, and he was a contractor, so he's done well for himself. They Salem Tatar is their channel. They've sailed all over the world the last 8 years. Their kids have gone everywhere. Kids are getting older. So if your parents have been running a YouTube channel, what do you think the 2 kids are doing? There's they've got 5 kids. 2 of them are not on the channel. They've gone in college and done their job and got a regular job. But the next 2 up, the 18-year-old and the 21-year-old, both have got big YouTube channels they've created because of their popularity on with the family. Yep. And now they're going off. One of them's doing van life, and the other one's got his captain's license, and he's been doing other things. They're like, your kids don't have real jobs. You got, I worked my ass off so that my kids would have choices. You know, right. They do well for themselves, and your expectation of what their life should be is wrong. You know, I gave them this opportunity so they'd have an advantage because I worked and sacrificed. People don't understand that. They think that, and I think it's good. The kids are, man, they did a good job raising the kids. They're well mannered. They're respectful. And they do a nice job with their own YouTube channels. But so many people are, they are so judgmental about everything except their own damn lives. Their life going to be a fucking train wreck, but they're going to just scream about everybody around them. It's just crazy.
I follow this channel. It's called Ferner Farms, and it's about a family that farms, and they've got 3 kids. Like the youngest one's 8, and he's got like a 8-year-old boy, 10-year-old boy, and like 11 or 12-year-old girl. And those little kids are out there dissing fields and all of that kind of shit on these damn $500,000 tractors, you know. Mm-hmm. And people give them hell about it, you know, about their kids working. And, you know,
but the same thing happened with Crazy Picker Life. The hell that they caught because they taught their kids reselling. I mean, dude, those kids never said anything cross. They were always respectful to their parents. They worked hard to support their family and help the family out. And what do you know? The one young man is so knowledgeable on cameras and loves cameras so much that he's gotten better than his father with selling. Right. I mean, these are great careers and great jobs, but people are so judgmental. I mean, I had a lot of respect for Crazy Picker Life. I like listening. My favorite videos of them were where he just talked about life and about, you know, the decisions to be made and those kind of things. Man, one of my favorite YouTube channels, and it's a shame that they're not around anymore because the people are so hateful and so judgmental.
Kent, if you're talking about my kids, transplants really fucking pisses me off, you asshole. If you're not talking about my kids, then ignore that previous comment. But my kids are
cat. He's talking about your cats.
Okay, well, they can't help it. But my kids, they live at home, but they have fat bank accounts. They have no debt and new cars and no debt. And one of these days, Daddy and Mama's not going to be around, and hopefully we will have taught them to invest their money, you know, in a smart way, and not just, I can't stand you anymore, I got to move out. You know? So, anyway, if I took that the wrong way, then sorry. But, really? Yeah. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, but
that's what we want them to do. We want them to enjoy their life. They're not pissing away their money. They're saving their money, and then investing. They've got fat 401ks. They've maxed it out. You know, everything. They got a little couple of side hustles going on. That's what I want them to do, because one of these days they're going to have to be on their own. So
yeah, I wish my parents would. I'd have had that advantage. It's truly an advantage if you're raising young adults and raising kids, and you can give them. You know, why would you spoil the kids all through life, and then just because they've turned a certain age, you go, oh, I'm done with them. My hands are off. I mean, that's the mistake that so many generations before have made. They have not taught the next generation about money, about all these things, and I wish, that's one of the biggest regrets I have for not having a father since 18. That there was nobody there, and because my father was there, that cut the link to my grandfather, who was a self-employed his entire life. There was, and I've talked to my uncle, and my uncle said, yeah, Dad used to tell me, which was my grandfather, that you can make somebody else rich, or you can get busy working for yourself and making your own wealth. And because my dad was not between there was a missing link, and
right.
It took me a long time to figure out.
A friend of ours' kids got 5 hot dog carts, and he's got 5 people that take them out on the weekends and whatnot. And he makes a shit ton of money. That kid is 20 years old. All 5 of his little carts are paid for. They're the ones that hook behind the car, and you tow them around, so they're not little. But he makes some coin off of those things, and the people that are actually running them make good money off of them too on the weekends. But that's what we need in this world, is a lot more people that takes the initiative to
self-sufficiency.
Yeah.
And not to mention, if families teach this kind of stuff, that's the strength. Everything you're taught is to break this kind of stuff up. The government doesn't want this. All these world government people don't want families taking care of families and teaching about money and teaching about wealth and teaching about responsibility, because they want you to turn to the government and go, what's the government going to do for me? That's what they want, and that's what they've actively with. Go back and look at one of the most hateful motherfuckers on this planet to ever be president in the 60s, when he came up with all the social welfare to destroy the black family, and a lot of white families and everybody else who get stuck on social. Don't believe me? Do some research into how things are set up. But it's set up against. They don't teach financial responsibility in school. They'd rather you have a drama teacher, an art teacher, all this stuff. But where's something you really need? Learn the time value of money and finances and all these things. They can't take advantage of it if you learn these things. But if you look at a drawing of a daisy and how wonderful an artist little Tommy is because he drew a daisy today. I mean,
could you use another name?
Look at little Todd. He can draw a daisy.
I was watching a video, and you know what the least used name these days are for little girls?
Gertrude, Bertha.
No, Karen.
Oh, sure, Karen.
That's also cyclical too. Names are cyclical, just like political persuasions, names, popular baby names. All those are cyclical.
Yeah.
Yes, I think some of the older names like Gertrude and some of those are coming back. I think is what I read.
Our brains prefer I listened to a TED talk not too long ago. Our brains prefer a semblance of novelty, but we really like the familiar.
Glenn just had a cha-ching. I gotta start my weekend sale.
There is a girl that's in our attorney's office, and her name is Nancy. She changed her name because her mother gave her something like LaQuisha Anna, some name like that. And she said that just wasn't going to work for an attorney. She needed something simple. What the hell is he doing? It sounds like
that's the mystery of a show on Friday night is what the fuck is Todd doing? I'm gonna name tonight's show. What the hell is Todd? How is Todd going to irritate us tonight? How is Todd going to irritate you tonight? That's gonna be the name of the show. All right.
All right, I got to go.
I need to make another sign.
Another sign.
Todd thinks I'm kidding. I'm setting up a show right now. I need to make it before I forget that I had a title.
All right, I got to go. You guys have a great day.
Inner studio.
Be as good as where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
That's right. Bye, y'all. Y'all have a great weekend.
What the hell is Todd doing now? All right, I guess it's time to shut this puppy down. Yep, I gotta get packages packed and all kinds of fun stuff.
All right, so there it is. How will Todd irritate you tonight? Schedule. 7 p.m. All right, make sure y'all tune in tonight to see how Todd will irritate you tonight.
I don't have to show up.
I just made the show right there.
You would be so disappointed.
I know. I would wonder if you died because you're so old. Be like Pat D's the night that what's his name fell asleep on his live show. Yeah. Pat's calling. I'm gonna call in a welfare check on him to get him to turn the camera off. I'm like, Lord, Pat, don't call the police because he fell asleep live on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely don't do that.
All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Peace.